Integrated 4-player drop-in, drop-out co-op with 2-player split screen. What makes even the worst games all the better? Playing through it with your best pals. So when you play a good one, oh hell yeah! Aliens has been designed from the get-go with a 4-man Marine squad in mind, with each player naturally able to roleplay their task to keep the group alert and prepared. The entire campaign is playable from start to finish in 4-player cooperative. It should also be noted that Gearbox are the very same developers that brought us Borderlands and Borderlands 2, prime examples of excellent cooperative play games. And we are given the rare option nowadays to take advantage of split screen on a single console, which should make our darkly lit living room and couch a part of the experience itself, as you and your best try to stay alive.
What the hell just happened? Anything to report?
Tense survival gameplay. I can't tell you how vivid my first nightmare as a kid was when I slept that first night after seeing Aliens. All my friends and I were somehow Marines exploring deep in a hive when it dawned on me, with massive amounts of dread, just where we were and what was about to happen. No sooner did I realize that my friends started to get pulled up into the walls and cut down before my eyes. No amount of gunfire I unleashed seemed to be able to slow them down, until ultimately a Xeno had grabbed my head, lifted me into the air, hissed in my face, snarled, and then I woke up. Still my personal scariest dream of my entire life to this day. This is the type of tension and emotion that the survival gameplay hopes to recreate. Aliens from the walls, close encounters, taking a defensive stand, reading your motion tracker, all within a creepy dim lit environment. If Aliens Colonial Marines can nail this, it's all over.
I'm not making that out too well. What is it, Hudson?
Tell me, man, I only work here.
It's Aliens, the mother of all good sci-fi after the 1980s, in my opinion. Aliens has gone on to inspire entire generations. Countless new franchises have been born from concepts and ideas in the James Cameron Aliens movie. Warhammer 40,000, their Gene Stealers, Space Hulk, StarCraft, the Zerg, countless other films and games. This is where it all began.
I gotta be honest, I've been stealing from Aliens my entire career. You know, there's always lines from the movie or situations or events where we just borrow, and it's influenced all of us. It's influenced an entire generation. When we get to spend time in the real fiction, in the real canon, it's pretty exciting because we're not borrowing from it, we're building onto it and we're adding to it. So it's just a thrill to be involved.
So it's always a ton of fun to come and revisit the original, the classic. The Colonial Marines themselves. Possibly the most obvious reason. It's right in the title. To me, these two things, aliens and Marines, go hand in hand. When you have an alien game or a movie without the real Colonial Marines, you usually have an underperformer or straight up disaster. Hopefully, expanding on the iconic Marines lore, it looks like we'll see a fully functioning platoon who's coming in force and isn't to be fucked with.
Hey Ripley, don't worry. Me and my squad of ultimate badasses will protect you. Check it out. Independently targeting particle beam phalanx. Whap! Fry half a city with this puppy.
You can now also customize your Marine. As we've seen in the movie, the Marine dress protocol looks to be a bit more lax than our current soldiers, with stickers, spray-painted logos, graffiti, mottos written all over their armor. However, exactly to what extent we can customize remains to be seen.
3 minutes, sir.
The Power Loader.
Lucky if we have one.
Oh yeah, strap yourself into one of these babies and immediately feel like a juggernaut alien crushing machine.
Come on!
Able to go toe-to-toe with even the alien queen, this sweet-ass piece of construction equipment is yours to pilot, with what looks to be a few upgrades, including a flamethrower for maximum alien bakage.
Where'd you learn to shoot, man?
Fire on everything!
Nice.
Let's rock!
Play as a female Marine. All you ladies aren't excluded from the bug hunt. Oh no, these are equal opportunity killing machines. Boobies or no, both sexes are in it for a fight to the death. We've seen how the women of the Colonial Marines can pull their weight, perhaps even better than any man in the original platoon. If my personal favorite Vasquez is any indication of how tough these chicks are. After a well-intentioned fan petition to include ladies was successful in garnering a ton of signatures, Gearbox stepped up to the plate and gave the fans what they asked for. Badass chicas for the aliens to cut to pieces. Enjoy! New alien types. Now Hasbro attempted this before with some pretty outrageous results, from scorpion aliens to flying aliens to neon purple and green, but Gearbox seems to be taking a more natural and realistic progression or approach to the new alien types. The movies clearly showed different types of Xenos and demonstrated their ability to take on the traits and appearance to a certain degree of their hosts.
I need 30 seconds! Come on, move!
We've seen the acid-spitting types for range combat, as well as the behemoth crusher types. These bulls that are essentially tanks of the xenomorph strain, both providing new dimensions of gameplay while battling these bad motherfuckers.
We call this one. Your bullets can't penetrate its thick armor. It wants to smash you with its head.
Something really memorable here! This way! Marine, in here!
play as the movie characters with skins. Who hasn't quoted Hudson's lines from the movie?
That's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're some real pretty shit now, man.
You finished?
Who hasn't put themselves in that film and battled aliens alongside the greats like Apone? What girl hasn't seen Ripley's strong leadership and never give up attitude and it just doesn't want to grab a flamethrower and call something a bitch?
Get away from her, you bitch!
Well, now we actually can, as pre-ordering the game gives you access to the skins of characters in the movie, with others, hopefully, like Ripley, a presumable possibility. Let's make that happen. Multiplayer. While we don't know all of the modes, we do know at least 3. First, there's the standard team deathmatch, nothing new there, not very exciting. However, there's some more unique multiplayer modes, such as Exterminate, which basically pits the 2 teams against each other, but gives them objectives, such as the Marines having to turn on a power plant, the aliens need to stop them, various mini missions like that go on during the gameplay. This mode runs 6 on 6. There's also a mode called Survivor. That one's 4v4, which has 4 Marines going through a level trying to make final stands as they progress through the level to get to the evac point, while the alien players have basically respawning aliens and do the best that they can in order to stop the Marines from escaping. Both of these modes sound cool. I hope there is more modes. And while we may not get to play as a facehugger, I was really hoping for that option. Hopefully in the future they have more DLC planned for multiplayer and hell, single player too.
Jesus Christ!
Suffered immense casualties on LV-426. Consider all Colonial Marines dispatched to LV-426 to be KIA.
It's the canonical sequel to the best Aliens film, written by this man and approved by Fox themselves. This game is actually, in fact, the sequel to one of my favorite movies of all time. How the story progresses or what secrets and twists are left for us to uncover is a closely guarded secret, but rumors have it that we may be running into some familiar things along the way.
It takes place after the events of Aliens, the movie, so you're going to see 17 weeks of change. You're going to see what happened when the atmospheric processor exploded. You're going to see what the surviving aliens have done to the planet. You're going to see what Weyland-Yutani has done to the planet. You're going to see what Weyland-Yutani has done to the derelict. You're definitely going to see what happened in the 17 weeks since the events in Aliens, the film.
In any case, though, we are able to explore the Celical and LV locations with both modeled in the game. Every good survival horror needs that equally scary location and atmosphere for our characters to move around in, and we get 2 extremely good ones. What is better than a creepy derelict ship?
You'll be able to explore areas that you hadn't seen in the movie. For example, being on the Sulaco, we'll have a lot more time to spend with the Colonial Marines there, as well as getting closer to areas that we've all wanted to see, like the jockey ship that we'll be able to explore more in and around. I think that Aliens fans, people who really love this franchise, are going to be really happy with the way in which we brought this forward.
It's got a very strong story, it's got great action, it's got an interesting enemy.
Fans should be expecting to be scared, they should be expecting to be excited, they should expect a lot of action just like the films. They should expect an experience that is an interactive version of all the Aliens films that they've loved so much and finally realized in full 3D.
You know, I've made a lot of video games, I've made a lot of action games, I've made a lot of games that involve shooting and games that involve soldiers, and I mean, and games that, you know, where we're saving the world from aliens too, frankly, and when you can survive an encounter, beat them, man, that's when you feel like a badass.
Stop!